Very well done, guys. As the father of the bride, it is my honor and privilege to give the final toast. But before we do that, there's a few acknowledgments and a few people I'd like to mention. As many of you know, to put a wedding together this size, not even just a wedding, the ladies had a beautiful shower earlier this week. The rehearsal dinner was fantastic last night. And of course, the wedding. It takes a lot of work, there's a lot of planning, a lot of coordination, and as I always like to say, the devil is in the details. And I just want to call out some of the folks that really have been taking care of all these details, and that includes my wife Sue, Paul and Christy, Paul's mom Chris, and the staff here at Glendalough Manor. You guys, congratulations, you've done a great job. Another item I wanted to mention is I also want to thank our minister, Jason Freeman, a family friend that made the trip over here to perform the ceremony. And also my son Thomas, who did a little jaunt up to Pennsylvania just to lend a helping hand to make sure that Randy and Pop were able to come down here and make the trip. So appreciate your guys. And the last thing I want to mention is both Christy and Sue have been asked a few times tonight on where did we purchase the beautiful veil that was part of Christy's wedding dress. What I wanted to share with everybody is that the veil was handmade by Christy's 85-year-old grandmother, Sue's mom, Elspeth Tyson. Now, Randy wanted to mention him, said if any of you have a wedding coming up in your family, and you would like a special veil made, unless your name is Freund or Tyson, you are shit out of luck. Now, my comments tonight just start from myself, but also represent my wife, Sue, who looks absolutely amazing tonight, and I'm sure she appreciates that. To give you a little bit of background, Sue and I just celebrated our 30th wedding anniversary a couple of months ago. It's been quite a journey. Some of you may or may not know, during the first 18 years, we moved an average of every 3 years. Think about that for a minute. And not little moves, these were coast-to-coast type moves. And along the way, we had 7 children, with Christy being the oldest. Within that group, we have a set of triplets and a set of twins. So at one point in our lives, we had 6 children under the age of 3 years and 10 months. And then several years later, we had a period where we had 7 teenagers all at the same time. We were our own reality show long before reality shows. I can remember walking through the malls and we'd be pushing the triplet stroller and the twin stroller, and Christy would be hanging on the side, and Alex would be in the backpack, and people would walk up to us and they'd always say the same thing. They'd say, "The good Lord will never give you more than you can handle." Well, I'm here to tell you there were days that I thought maybe the good Lord had overestimated my abilities. But somehow, through all we made it, here we are, more importantly, here you are. When Paul and Christy told me they wanted to have the wedding and reception in Tyrone, Georgia, and they thought we'd have about 200 people, I said, "You couldn't get 200 people to Tyrone, Georgia if you had the Last Supper of the original cast." But you guys have shown up in fine fashion. I heard earlier in the week that we have guests here tonight from 22 different states. And that calls out really 2 things. One, the number of good friends that the Freunds and the Norvells have from coast to coast. And the other thing is just how far some of these friends will go for an open bar. I want to tell you just a little bit about Paul and Christy. When Sue and I first met Paul, we liked him right away. And after we met Paul's parents, we realized that, well, the apple does fall pretty close to the tree. And what an amazing job they've done raising their kids, Paul and Manor. And as you can see, I mean, Paul is a tall, handsome young man, very, very, very intelligent. Paul has an engineering degree from Georgia Tech, and when describing a person, I don't often use the word genius. And I'm not going to use it here. Actually, Paul's sense of humor is one of the things I like most about him. But all joking aside, Sue and I think the world of Paul, and we could not ask for anything more in son-in-law. And welcome to the family. I want to tell you a little bit about Christy. Now, this one's a little bit harder for me, so I'll apologize in advance if I shed any tears, but keep in mind, these are tears of joy. They're not real tears like you'll see later tonight when they hand me the bill for all this. But I guess I could go on for some time and talk about how beautiful she is, especially today. What a gorgeous bride. I thought I told you to wait in the truck. I can tell you how smart Christy is. She has a couple different degrees. I can talk about how focused and driven she is. I can tell you about how she's always on top of her game. I can tell you how loving and caring she is. But I think the best way to sum it up is throughout my life, I've been very blessed. And I have many things to be proud of. But Christy, one of the things I'm most proud of is to be able to say that I'm your dad. So without further ado, if you would please raise your glasses high. To Paul and Christy, may the love and happiness that you feel for each other today last you a lifetime, and then some.